The annual Catholic Appeal supports a variety of ministries and agencies serving people at all walks of life. Reporter Carolee McGrath introduces us to one of the newest funded annual appeal agencies, Alternatives Pregnancy Center in Greenfield. This group assists young mothers-to-be and promotes a pro-life philosophy.
33-year-old Jennifer Coffin is like many young moms, juggling family life, work, and all of the activities in between. She and her husband belong to Holy Trinity Parish in Greenfield, and by all accounts are living the American dream. But getting here wasn't easy for Jennifer.
The year after I graduated from high school, I became pregnant, and I was only 19 years old. So, my options were pretty limited.
Jennifer wasn't in college. She says she had a part-time job and wasn't ready to provide for a baby. Jennifer knew abortion was an option, but she wouldn't hear of it. And while she knew she was going to choose life, she was still scared and confused.
I talked to my mother for a while about it, and she told me about alternatives. Her friend Joanne works here, so that was kind of my first connection with them.
Jennifer, who was not religious at the time, met with counselors at the Christian-based Alternatives, a crisis pregnancy center located on Main Street in Greenfield. Alternatives was started by a group of church leaders in the late 1980s. But Jennifer quickly decided she didn't need their help and wanted to keep her baby. Her grandmother, however, encouraged her to consider adoption.
I went to Florida to visit my grandmother, and we kind of hadn't talked really about it after my first visit. And my grandma just said some encouraging words to me, and it stuck with me. So we got back, and I was about 7 months pregnant, and I told my mom I'd like to come back to Alternatives and talk about that route.
Alternatives counselors helped Jennifer make that life-affirming choice.
Being a parent, you know that you want the best for your child, and even at that age, I kind of knew that I wanted the best option, even if it wasn't with me, for my baby.
Joanne Dowdy is a friend of Jennifer's mom and has volunteered at Alternatives for many years.
One of the philosophy of Alternatives is that we reach the baby through the mother, that the same concerns we have for a baby, which is that the baby needs to have a life, that it is a terrible thing for the baby not to have a life, that it is just as terrible for a woman to live with having had an abortion.
While counselors at Alternatives help women make life-affirming choices, they are also here to help women and men who have been left heartbroken by a past abortion. Christine Bartlett, a member of North Leverett Baptist Church, is the director of Alternatives.
We're really here to help women look at how they can find an alternative to abortion, give them the support they need, put them in contact with the resources that they need. And if they do choose abortion, or if they've had an abortion in the past, we're here to help them find hope and healing, and a lot of times help them just to learn about God's forgiveness for the choices that they've made.
Jennifer says her decision was difficult for her, but it was the right one for her baby. She says abortion doesn't have a happy ending.
I've met a couple people who have, had an abortion, and I love them deeply. There is that lingering sadness that you can't get past.
The money raised through the annual Catholic Appeal will help the Pregnancy Center with advertising to reach more women in need. It will also help them upgrade their phone system so women can reach counselors immediately. Christine says the agency helps all women, and counselors don't push faith on anyone. That said, all of the volunteers know that Christ is at their side.
We always try and pray before we meet with a client, and it can be pretty nerve-wracking to meet with someone, and you sometimes feel like their fate rests on your shoulders. But to just pray beforehand and know, the Holy Spirit is with me. He's going to give me the words that I need to say.
As for Jennifer, she became a Catholic last year. The young mom believes sharing her story will help other women in crisis realize that there's hope.
And looking back, it might have been faith-driven just because of, and I use this term lightly, easy. It wasn't easy. The decision was flowing through me, that was the right decision. So having that sort of peace really helped me through it. I got some time with her in the hospital, and I bonded with her, And that made my decision stronger, knowing that I loved her that much, that I was willing to kind of give her the best opportunity.
And she prays other women faced with similar circumstances will do the same. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
To find out more about the many programs supported through the annual Catholic Appeal, follow the link on our website, iobserve.org. There you can learn more about this important charitable drive, as well as make your one-time donation or pledge a gift over a number of months. Remember, your gift, regardless of the amount, helps many local agencies and services, including this weekly television program. So join your neighbors by making your gift today. We thank you in advance. And that's it for this week's program.